Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance review. Today I will be talking about a fragrance from the house of Zegna. This is from their Essenze line. This is called Mediterranean Neroli, and I've been wearing this one to work a couple times, and I'm going to keep on wearing it until it's gone. Um, Came out in 2015, and is classified as a citrus aromatic fragrance. Top notes of bergamot, petitgrain, lemon, mint, and ginger. Middle notes of neroli, cypress, lavender, rosemary, and rhubarb. Base notes of cypriol oil, moss, musk, and ambroxan and sandalwood. So, first of all, I want to say that at this point in time, neroli really isn't one of my favorite fragrance notes. I've smelled so many fragrances with neroli in them, and I think it's an okay note, but not something that I'm overly excited about. Um, I wasn't really going to review this fragrance in and of itself, but what had happened is I really wanted to try a fragrance from the House of Zegna called Madras Cardamom, and the only way I could do that without blind buying the bottle at the time was to purchase the Discovery set off of eBay. And Discovery set had 5 fragrances in it, and I've already used the Italian Bergamot, and I reviewed that one before from a decant, so I didn't bother doing any more talk about that one. But I did compare that one side by side with this one on my arm just to get an idea of what I was dealing with. So first of all, yeah, you do get a lot of neroli here. So if you like neroli, no doubt you will like this fragrance. I think a lot of people do compare it to Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, which I haven't tried or reviewed. I may have smelled it briefly at a store or something, but haven't really given it a full wearing. So yeah, Neroli lovers will like this one most likely. But I have to say that I find myself a bit disappointed here for a lot of reasons. First of all, uh, there's a lot of listed notes here that I'm not really picking up on. Cypress, rhubarb, mint, ginger. I'm not really sure if I'm getting those. Basically, get like a lemony, bergamot neroli type fragrance with a light woody base to it. That's pretty much it. I guess the thing that really disappoints me here is that if you're familiar with Zegna, you know that they have one called Sicilian Mandarin, which had neroli in it. Italian Bergamot had neroli in it. Of course, the Mediterranean Neroli with Neroli. They had the Elements of Man series, which also had one with Neroli in it. So a lot of Neroli fragrances have been put out by the House of Zegna over time. I think they have discontinued some of them, like Sicilian Mandarin, I believe, is discontinued, but still, it's like Zegna had all of these neroli trees, and they just wanted to dump all this neroli on different fragrances to get rid of it or something, because everything they're putting out for their summer line pretty much seems to have neroli in it. Now, I haven't tried the Florentine Iris yet, but I'm guessing that one maybe not so much of the neroli, but we'll see. But yeah, this one actually tested side by side with Italian Bergamot, and it smelled very similar. At one point, I think one was a little bit brighter than the other one, and then the other one became brighter, and the other one became darker, and then at the end, they both smelled pretty much exactly the same. So I think if you've already tried Italian Bergamot, this one will be pretty redundant, but in and of itself, it's not a bad fragrance. If you like neroli, it smells pretty nice. Bit pricey. I think I did see a discounter selling this one for $158, 100 ml, which isn't a great price, but isn't a bad price. So take that into consideration. A moderately high-priced neroli fragrance. Basically, just get like a lemony, bergamot, neroli with some light woods in the base. I don't really know if I pick up on any of these other notes so much. So it smells okay, but seems a bit redundant, given the fact that Zegna has so many other neroli-based fragrances out there. Of course, the Aqua di Parma fragrances, which smell kind of similar to this as well. So let's get into some final scores here. Smell, I'll give it 6.5 out of 10. Not a big fan of the neroli, but it's okay, and I could see myself liking this one as a summer staple if it was the only neroli fragrance that I've ever had. Projection longevity, it does pretty well. I'll say 8 out of 10. I did go pretty light on the sprays here because I didn't want to overpower anybody, but neroli generally is a pretty potent citrus note. So if you like it, it does have a pretty good staying power, but unfortunately, it does have a tendency to overtake the other notes. I think one time at base notes I said that neroli was kind of like the drunk uncle at Thanksgiving. It's just very loud and boisterous and kind of takes over the whole thing. versatility, spring and summer day wear. I think be a great time for this one. So we'll say versatility 7 out of 10. Uniqueness, I'm gonna say 4 out of 10. Unfortunately, like I said, the um, cypress, rhubarb, mint, ginger, those notes didn't really pop to my nose, so it just came across as just another unnecessary Neroli fragrance. Price point, like I said, perfume.com, $158.07 for the 100 ml, but I think the standard retail was about $200 for the bottle. So overall for me, I'm going to say 6 out of 10. Not because it doesn't smell good, it's just because I'm getting tired of all these Neroli fragrances being put out by Zegna, and I'm hoping that, I get around to trying the Iris one, or maybe the Madras Cardamom one, or the Oud one. I'll at least have something a bit more different than what they've been putting out these summer Neroli fragrances. So those are my thoughts on Mediterranean Neroli. Like you see, it looks like I have about half of my my sample here left. So I'll keep wearing that one before I try my next fragrance. So another review here in a week or two. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.